Good morning, everybody. This is Tadpole Smitty. I'm back at Tadpole Smitty's garage in Peralta, New Mexico. The original garage. I have a few garages, but this is the one that where the Rat Rod Build's going on. Anyway, today I'm gonna start trying to retrofit a new seat. I still gotta run the new cable for the headlight that I installed. It was off the ViVi. The maiden voyage on this thing was the last video. It ran fantastic. I'm so happy with it. Fantastic mount up. The controller went on. It was like it was built for this trike. It fit this tube perfect. It's all mounted with my brother's expertise. We welded on the shock mount, moved it down from up here and put it on here. The suspension's working excellent. I do need to set the toe on the rig, but right now it's pretty close. We installed the mirrors. Everything, the derailleur's working great. The shifter's working, the Shimano's working great. We had to lengthen the chain about 6 inches to make it work. Which makes sense because we went from a 20-inch to a 26-inch. And then, you know, that would only account for 3 inches difference, but then the swing arm's longer than the 20-inch swing arm that came off of the trike originally. This is off the ViVi, attaching to the Americruiser through a bushing here. So let's continue on with the modifications in the build and start laying out our seat to see how that's going to work and finish up the headlight and get that working. So let's have some fun. So what I'm thinking is I ordered some seat cushions off of a lawn tractor to try to, on the same measurements, a little bigger than what's on the Americruiser. So let's see what's in this box, see if I can retrofit this to the Americruiser. My rat rod. Now all this stuff was ordered prior to these tariffs taking place, so I'm interested to see how prices go. Most of this crap's made in China. A lot of bike parts come from China and Taiwan, almost, I think 100%. Nothing's made in America anymore. I know the seat, I'm most 100% sure it's made in China. So let's see what we got here. An armrest, which I probably won't use. All this adds a lot of weight. I'm looking for the cushions, but interesting to think about using an armrest, right? It's actually a little more narrower than the original seat, which is good. So this seat back is going to replace that one. So to do that, I pulled this apart. I'll take this off here, this red part, back here, and I'll bolt this to that, and that'll be my backrest. Another thing this thing gives us is a headrest goes right into here. It goes right into here. So that'll take the place of that thing there. What do you think? Redneck? Yep, that's me. Anyway, let's try to work on this. I actually spent a lot of time researching seats for tractors. I went to Tractor Supply. I sit on tons of seats. Most of them were too big or too heavy. This one's heavier than I wanted, but the measurements between the handlebars was important to me. So I got one even smaller than the seats on here, but it's designed for your butt. Got a bucket in it. And you know how important buckets are to me. Got to hold your butt in a bucket. This one just happened to come with a headrest that's going to go on it, so that'll help. And then it gives me a place to build in my top if I decide to put a sun top on it, canopy. So let's take this bad boy apart. About the same weight without the cushion, so it's going to probably weigh a couple of pounds more, but I think it's going to be a lot more comfortable. So let's see how this is going to work. Something like that. Cool. Let's figure this out. So the first thing you have to do is figure out the center of this backing plate right here. That's easy to do. All I got to do is take a straight edge from this bolt down to this one, draw a line up, figure the width of this, and then plot it out on here, and then drill these 4 holes and bolt this pan to this aluminum standoff, and that will permanently mount this right here like this, something like that. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to find the center, plot this out, and drill this, find some nuts and bolts, and bolt this bad boy on here. Put a straight edge on that between those 2 holes. And just can't do this with one hand. So anyway, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this down and find the center. Okay, find that. With the center, I find the center of this, which I'll do now, and mark these holes out. So I just find the edge of my bracket, measure it out, made my marks. Go right there like that. Okay, I got it clamped off. Sort of how it's going to sit. Just got to drill these 4 holes, bolt that to it. A lot of bare metal in here, I'm just touching it up. This isn't going to be hidden. Doesn't have to be pretty, just want a corrosion control. Alright, I got the seat pan installed. Touched up with paint. Just got to put this cushion on there and screw it on. So let's do that. Okay, Brotator Allen is going to cut a new piece of plywood because this pan is bigger than the old one. It's going to be more of a rectangle shape. So we're going to cut the new piece of plywood out. My favorite tool. 10.5. Sweet. So we got to find the center point of that. A pivot. The pivot! Pivot point!
How's it look now? Does it look okay to you?
And also measure from here to the edge of the seat to see if they're the same. Looks about like.
Does it look alright to you?
Looks off to me. That seat might be off. The back metal might be off.
Well, the width of that, this is 2 inches, right? So that means 1 inch. And that's about 1 inch from there. And from there it's about 1 inch. When I look down on it, I guess I could put this down.
Put a little paint on it. Now we're going to screw it in. Right there. Like that. Perfectamundo. Perfect. So we line that up, screw that down.
So when you're setting something up to screw down like this, your friends are your clamps. So you got it stabilized, it ain't gonna move around on you. And then you got a drill to pre-drill, so you get a nice straight hole. This one's got a self-centering bit on it. So it's gonna, when I run it in there, it's gonna get me in the center of that, so I got my screw in a position that's good. And like I said, two drill guns, one, so you're not switching out bits and stuff. That's the best way to do it, easiest.
Saves time.
Saves time, yeah. I worked in a cabinet shop and you had to make every moment count.
Work smart. Not hard, smart.
Something that somebody might want to know is when you hit the bottom of that hole with your impact gun, when you're drilling in or going into wood, you don't want to sit there and try to torque that dude down. If you break the fiber of the wood when you pull that screw in, you just weakened it by a ton. So you just want to go down and hit it a couple of times to pop it tight, and use your clamp to draw things tight together, and then that screw will hold it. Usually you got glue or something in there, to adhesive to hold it tight. In this case we don't, but you don't want to and draw that screw into that wood, because once you start breaking those fibers out, you just weaken it like immensely.
Immensely, Dr. Smith. Go ahead. Now look, we exposed the front. Look how much of a adjustment the seat has on it. I don't know how to do that. Should we try to get that one there? I can't blow on this one. My favorite tool won't work. I lied. Say when. I'll be your daisy. Screw that thing in there, Doc Holliday. All right, I'm your huckleberry. All right, Longer. About being educated, because they were speaking Latin to each other. Oh, Doc was speaking Latin to Ringo. Ringo was speaking Latin to Doc. Well, Doc started off speaking Latin, and then Ringo joined in. And then he says, well, he's educated now. I know I hate him. Something to that effect. Except with a southern accent. Worse than mine. Yeah, you got a redneck. Redneck! Guinea pig. Get in there, guinea. Guinea pig up in there. Hell, I can't preach. No worky? It'd help if we had brakes on the bike. We don't have brakes on this bad boy. A parking brake. Too far. You need to come forward. Wrong way. Put your feet down on the ground. Pull with your feet. Well, then I don't know where I want to be. Well, you just have to guess. Oh. Still too far. No, so good. What about the lean? Is it too reclined? You're kind of reclined there, brother. I like being reclined though. You do? Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. The headrest ain't gonna work in that deal. We might have to modify that and bend it. Jerk that clean out. Again. I don't know, sit down, see if you like it. Well, folks, I'm kind of sad the armrests aren't going to work. Taking them off. They're too high. They're in the way. Damn armrests. Well, folks, I think we finished the seat. Fully adjustable, front to rear. Headrest we still need to work on. I'm going to have to rotate it forward, but I'll work on that. Well, this thing is amazing. It's so quiet compared to all my other trikes, my Terra Trike and my Sunseeker. You can hear it, but it's very quiet. Level 1, 9 to 10 miles an hour. We got a little more work to do. We got to hook up the headlight cable. We didn't order one, extension. Just dial it in, but man, right out of the box this thing works perfect. It's amazing how easy this build went together. A ViVi donor going on to this 20-something-year-old trike from early 2000s. It's an Americruiser is the name of this trike. And it was great for the ViVi to bolt right up. Anyway, folks, I think that's a wrap for this session with you on the Tadpole Smitty's garage, building the Rat Rod. Stay tuned, and as we refine it, dial it in even more. Have a nice day.